Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the first night of me working on the Tri-Z in the garage that I'm putting on YouTube. We've got some cool parts that I'm going to put on here. We've got a new thumb throttle. This, I don't even know what this is from. It's like super old, tons of play in it. It's super stiff. It's cool that it's original Yamaha, but there's better stuff out there. I've heard a lot of good things about this Hermosi thumb throttle. I'm really excited to try it. It should make it a lot smoother and better to use. I have a new throttle cable also to put on, make it silky smooth and reliable. And I also, on the 250R, I have a hydraulic clutch that I get asked about a lot. And it's my favorite thing on the whole bike. And it's just as smooth as the clutch on my brand new dirt bike. It's hydraulic, it's amazing. I've never had to maintain it or change anything on it. How's this? Stop. I've never gotten fatigue when using it, and it's never given me a single problem. I've heard of people having problems with them, but mine has been totally fine. I love it, and I've never had to add fluid or change anything on it. I just put it on, it worked perfect. So I'm hoping I'll get the same performance on this one for the Tri-Z. As far as I can tell, these hydraulic clutches are universal. We're gonna find that out, and I've got high hopes for it. I think it's gonna work. They work on Banshees, and these cases are kind of similar to Banshee cases. So we're gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna walk you guys through it. I have never seen anybody put a hydraulic clutch on a Tri-Z, so this may be the first. And I'd love to share that with you guys. So if any of you guys want to put a hydraulic clutch on a Tri-Z, now you'll know how to do it. It's pretty simple. We're going to try it tonight. Just wing it, see how it goes. So some of you may or may not remember when I crashed this machine and broke my wrist, my elbow, and shoulder. You guys have given me a lot of suggestions. Number one was the rear tires. They're 22-inch mud tires, and they're super hard and like humongous, and yeah, it's like not ideal for a sports trike. Maybe for like my Big Red, that'd be a lot better, but this, not so much. I wanted to get something better, but when I restored this bike, I didn't intend on it being what I use it for. So I did end up getting some tires. I've heard a lot of good things about the Obor Advent. I've heard these are just gonna be awesome. So I got a pair. We're gonna try them out. I threw them on some gold 250R wheels that I had. I'm excited. They're 20 inches tall, and I think they're like a medium compound. But this is a 9-inch wheel, but they're Honda pattern. And if you'll see on eBay sometimes, they make these spacers that go on the hubs, and they adapt from the Tri-Z 4x100 bolt pattern to a Honda 4x110 pattern. So I can use all my Honda wheels. That's what I primarily use, is Honda. And yeah, it's nice. I can use 250R tires and wheels. I got a lot of other things too. Obviously you saw my thumb throttle. I also got a new shift lever, and the shift lever is not for a Tri-Z. It's actually for a YFM 250 Big Bear. And if you look up a Tri-Z shifter, they're gonna be around like $100+ for one in good shape or new. And you can find these Big Bear shifters. They're aftermarket Chinesium shifters, but they're about $20 to $30. And so I got one, and we're gonna try it out, and it's gonna replace my stock shifter. I'm using the Tri-Z a lot. It's going a lot of places with me, and I plan to use it for a lot of things this coming summer, and I want it to be nice. So we're putting some new stuff on it, trying to make it better, and we're gonna have to use some parts from other machines, like the Banshee shift shaft, the Big Bear shifter, and this universal hydraulic clutch. So we're gonna have to adapt some things, But it should be good. And we're gonna do it all in my tiny little shop here. So you can see it here. I've got the rear plastics off. I've got the airbox cover and the airbox off. Pretty simple to do. And that gives us so much room for activities.
So many activities!
So I'm gonna trace this cable down through here. Actually, this right here, that is our clutch cable. And it's hard to see from this side. I'll get a better view from the other side. But there's a little bracket in there that we're gonna take a closer peek at. We're gonna get a better look at what's going on with this clutch. That's our clutch actuator arm. And you can see, just like any other four-wheeler, the cable attaches in there. That's the cable. And the Tri-Z has this funny little bracket right there. We'll get a better look at that when we take it out. But right there is where it should mount. All right, so here's the end of our Tri-Z clutch cable. And this little guy right here, that's the bracket that I was telling you guys about. It's this funny shaped thing that just slips into this piece of the case, and it will just sit there as your stopper for your clutch cable. So this piece we're going to take off and reuse with our hydraulic clutch. So we got this little piece off of the clutch cable. Got it cleaned up a little bit, just wipe the grease off. And we're gonna apply it to the new Magura hydraulic clutch. If you go to the Parts Giant website where I got this is going to be listed for a TRX 250R. Now, that doesn't change anything. The only thing that'll change is the length of this hydraulic line, but I guarantee you it works on the 250R and it'll work on this. Packaging looks like it went through like a war. So when you open your clutch kit, you're gonna get a few things. You're gonna get a pin. These are just for different, different bikes. They just send you all the parts so you can use it. A couple washers. You see here? It's got this little collar that's already on there. I bet you, yep, that'll work. All right, I've got this hydraulic clutch lever. It's mounted on there. It's looking good. This is for a hot start on a dirt bike. I'm just gonna take that off. You can see it's on there. That's a good sign. I've got it routed along here. I'm going to zip tie it to the frame above the radiators here, so it's not touching anything. I'm gonna run it along the frame. And since this is for the TRX 250R, it's got some extra length on it. So I'm not worried about the length, but it's just gonna run along the frame down with zip ties. And then you can see it is a perfect fit. It just barely fits behind the case there. And I'm super happy with it. It works great. I'm just gonna have it routed up like that so that it doesn't contact the case or the cylinder like the old one did. The old one had that spring that would kind of hold it off and keep the heat away from it. But I don't want any heat getting to this hydraulic line. So it's gonna run down. But I did not use any washers from the kit. I did not use anything except for the hydraulic cable and arm. I didn't take anything apart. It just fits right on there. You can see that little bracket is right on the back of that little piece of the case. And so it's just sitting right in there. It adjusts itself. Just stretch it into here. You can pull that rod out, put it right in there. And like I said, it adjusts itself. Don't worry, I'll take care of that. But it's in there, it works great. I'm super, super excited. We've got a working hydraulic clutch. This thing is so much lighter now. It's unbelievable. Matches the one on the 250R and the one on the dirt bike. So it's exciting. We're getting new parts put on here. I've also got my Hermosi thumb throttle installed. I thought this thumb throttle was light on the 250R, but I'm just blown away by how light that is. And it's silky smooth. I got a brand new TRX 250R throttle cable on there. It's a Motion Pro. I had to modify it a little bit. It came with a cap that was attached already. I took that cap off, made it work with this cap on my 39mm carb. And there we go. TRX 250R throttle cable, Hermosi thumb throttle, and the TRX 250R Magura hydraulic clutch. I did not film anything putting this on. Anybody can figure out how to put a thumb throttle on a three-wheeler. It's the same as any other 250R. But, man, I'm super excited to try this Hermosi thumb throttle out. It seems like it's going to be super light, and I'm super excited. I'm probably going to be missing it when I'm riding the 250R, but both of them are light, and I don't get fatigue from the 250R, so I'm definitely not going to get it from the Tri-Z now. This thing is getting super dialed in. I'm going to get my new my new shifter installed soon. I'm not going to make a video on that because I'll figure it out. Check out that body. We got lots of good stuff coming for this soon. Stuff like that and more.